Before we begin, if you're tired of surface-level stories, if you want deep, well-researched truths the mainstream avoids, and if you care about how global power really affects Africa, follow this channel right now. Like this video, subscribe for more stories like this. Because what you're about to hear is not gossip. It's a story they never wanted fully told. Now, let's begin. Jeffrey Epstein was not just a criminal. He was not just a billionaire. And he was not just a man with powerful friends. He was a node, a meeting point where money, power, intelligence, and silence converged. When people hear the name Epstein, they think of scandal, courts, and unanswered questions in a New York jail cell. But few ask the deeper question. How did one man move so freely across continents, currencies, and capitals, including Africa, without ever being truly stopped? Tonight, we follow the money. We follow the relationships. And we follow the uncomfortable truth that Africa has long been a strategic arena for the world's most secretive financial and political dealings. This is not gossip. This is history hiding in plain sight. Jeffrey Epstein began life with no known inherited wealth, no major business empire, no publicly visible products. Yet by the 1990s, he had private jets, multiple international properties, access to heads of state, royalty, scientists, financiers, and intelligence-linked figures. The mystery was not his crime. The mystery was his money. Officially, Epstein described himself as a financial consultant to ultra-high net worth individuals, but court records showed no transparent hedge fund, no registered investment products, no clear client list. This is crucial because in global finance, opacity is power. To understand Epstein's African links, you must first understand Africa's role in elite global finance. Africa is home to strategic minerals, gold, cobalt, lithium, diamonds, a hub for development finance, NGOs, and philanthropy. A region where political access can be cheaper and regulation weaker. A common theater for Western, Chinese, and Gulf influence competition. For decades, intelligence agencies, billionaires, and multinational financiers have used aid programs, foundations, resource investment vehicles to gain leverage. This is the same ecosystem Epstein operated in. Epstein publicly aligned himself with scientific research funding, population studies, global development conversations. These spaces overlap heavily with African policy and funding agendas. Documents and testimonies show Epstein networked with global economists, attended elite conferences discussing development and demographics, funded or associated with foundations that had Africa-focused programs. Why does this matter? Because philanthropy is one of the easiest ways to move money, influence governments, and build elite protection, especially in developing regions. Africa, unfortunately, has often been used as a moral shield. We're helping, a financial corridor, a soft entry zone for influence. Multiple investigative journalists and former intelligence insiders have suggested Epstein operated with protection. Not proven, but repeatedly alleged. Why would intelligence agencies care about Africa? Because Africa is central to global shipping routes, key to future energy and mineral security, a battleground for influence between superpowers. If Epstein collected compromat, damaging information on elites, then regions like Africa become bargaining chips, not destinations. This is how power actually moves, not through speeches, but through leverage. One uncomfortable reality. African elites often interact with the same global financial circles as Western elites. The difference? Western scandals get coverage, African links get ignored. Epstein's networks overlapped with offshore finance, resource investment funds, international development consultants. Even without criminal activity in Africa, the same financial architecture existed. Jeffrey Epstein is gone, but the system that protected him, the money, the silence, the power, is still very much alive. And Africa, once again, remains caught inside global games it did not design, but continues to pay for. If stories like this matter to you, stories that connect history, power, and Africa's reality, like this video so it reaches more people. Subscribe to this channel for more deep investigations. Follow us, because this is only the beginning. The next story will go even deeper, because history doesn't repeat itself. It hides until someone exposes it. And where architecture exists, abuse can hide. In 2019, Epstein was arrested again. This time, the world was watching. He was charged with sex trafficking of minors. Serious crimes, real victims. Then suddenly, cameras failed, guards slept, Epstein was found dead. Official ruling, suicide. Public response, disbelief. Not because of conspiracy fantasies, but because power rarely allows exposure without consequence. And many of the systems that protected Epstein still operate today, including in how global finance treats Africa. This story is not about one man. It's about how African resources fuel global wealth, how development narratives can mask exploitation, how silence benefits the powerful. Africa deserves transparency, not charity theater. Justice, not selective outrage. Jeffrey Epstein is dead,